Hello wrestling fans, the Wrestling Wizard here and welcome to another video. So on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, we of course saw the Judgment Day yet again attack Edge. It was a villainous, brutal, vicious assault, and this is seemingly going to write Edge off TV for the foreseeable future, which makes sense when you think of the contract that Edge has with WWE, and also it freshens things up with the Judgment Day. Hopefully Judgment Day will get some new rivals to feud with. Talking of rivals, who would you like to see the Judgment Day feud with next? Get down in the comments section, share your thoughts and opinions, let your fantasy booking run wild. There's no judgment on this channel, everybody is welcome to an opinion, no matter what it is. So, I thought this made sense, right? Write Edge off TV, give the Judgment Day something fresh to work with. Also, I think this is the first time that Judgment Day look like the real deal. They look like an established faction. Their win-losses record to this point hasn't been that great, so I think this made them look strong. With Mysterio included in the group, it kind of works. Heel Dom, so far, passing flying colours. And I love the interaction with Rhea Ripley. I get Eddie Guerrero China vibes there for some reason. It just works. And they're looking to add to that dominance and power by adding new members to the group, which would make sense. Kind of taken them a while to heat up, but now they're a hot act on Monday Night Raw, and I genuinely look forward to each week now the Judgment Day is on TV. You've got the conflict with Ray, people thinking maybe Ray might do a heel turn, the first one within his time in WWE. That would be shocking, wouldn't it? People calling when Edge returns to come back as a Dark Edge. Not quite sure. One thing I will say with that is WWE, please tie up those cryptic videos. Who was in that door? The padlocked door. We want answers, WWE. We are not fools. We do not forget about that. We are not fooled by the fact that you think all the effort would have gone into those promos to then bring back the rated R superstar version of Edge. Still makes no sense. So hopefully when Edge comes back, they tie that up somehow, some way. Now talking of Riddle, Judgment Day are after recruits and they're now after Matt Riddle. And this makes sense. I love it when WWE have logic with their creative. You would go after Riddle, wouldn't you? Because he's a bit down and out at the moment. He lost to Seth freaking Rollins at Clash at the Castle. Someone really he hates, to be honest with you, personally as well. So he's pretty bitter about that. His best friend, Randy Orton, isn't with him at the moment because he's out injured. So Riddle's a bit down on himself at the moment. He's questioning things. And now he has the proposition of the Judgment Day. Is the grass greener on the other side? You know, he's kind of thinking, like, should I potentially go there? Obviously, he turned it down, but they could tease that down the line for weeks and months on end. They could tease the Riddle heel turn, which would be so good. It'd bring a bit of a fresh dynamic to the Riddle character as well. Whether they go down that heel route remains to be seen, but I like the fact when it's a will he, won't he kind of scenario. You could draw a lot of parallels to the way that they recruited Dominic Mysterio within the Judgment Day. A lot of conflict, a lot of self-doubt, and then eventually he bit and joined. And now he's benefiting, and they're kind of dangling that carrot to Matt Riddle. But what if Matt Riddle faces, say, Seth Rollins again in a rematch at Extreme Rules, which would be very fitting, wouldn't it, for that personal rivalry, checking all the weapons you can find, and then just absolutely destroying each other, annihilating each other at Extreme Rules. For Rollins to win again, establishing Rollins as a main act. Big plans I think they've got for Rollins moving forward. You've got to remember who was in charge of creative here, Triple H, who was essentially one of the faces of NXT, the original NXT, Seth Rollins. So you've got to think there's big plans potentially involving Roman Reigns, video coming soon. But yes, it makes sense to kind of have this Riddle in denial, questioning things. And then maybe just before Survivor Series, I don't know the time span in terms of when Orton's back, but dream case fantasy booking scenario is Orton comes back and saves the day, saves Riddle from the lure of joining the Judgment Day or turning heel. And then you get Rkbro back again, which absolutely like guilty pleasure of mine, that's for sure. Great to see Randy actually enjoying his wrestling again, and Riddle's happy again. And then, as the numbers don't quite match up, right, that's 2 versus 4. Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest, Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio, Randy Orton and Riddle. They need more members, and then maybe you pull back Edge at that point. Edge, you could bring back Beth Phoenix. Now you've equalised the numbers, literally 3 men versus 1-on-1 with the women. Beth and Rhea, that would be kind of cool, wouldn't it, right? Now, where this would work on a longer term storyline arc, and I'm talking all the way up until WrestleMania, as we know, of course, if Edge came back and formed some sort of alliance with Riddle and Orton, he's forming an alliance with an old tag team member in Randy Orton, and you literally would have to be living your life under a rock or extremely young to not remember Rated RKO. I remember that guitar riff from the transition from Edge's theme into Orton's theme was just fire. And it's quite funny how Orton actually hated Burning My Light as a theme personally, but it just worked. I love the rivalry with DX, and you've got to remember the origins of Rated RKO. Why did Randy Orton join forces with Edge? Because of Triple H. Because Triple H did the dirty on him all the way back when he expelled him from Evolution in 2004. Reason why Edge wanted revenge was because of Shawn Michaels. These are two guys that are literally, one is running NXT essentially, and one is in charge of WWE Creative within WWE. So it'd be kind of a little cool hats off. And just imagine Rated RKO joining forces, and almost Riddle feeling like he's a bit on the sidelines. He's a bit jealous because it's his Randy Orton, it's his best friend. And Edge and Randy have put their differences aside, because you've got to remember they had a very heated rivalry when Edge returned. Edge knows that Randy Orton's a tough one to read, so you could have almost some just like little bit of advice from Edge, wisely kind of veteran advice to Riddle. Look, don't always trust Randy. He might be on your side, but kind of planting the scenes of, you know, he is a viper, he is a snake, he could turn his back on you at any point. And then you've got this self-doubt from Riddle, thinking, not only am I jealous of this Rated RKO, you know, it's Rkbro, not Rated RKO. You know, you could then work in a really fresh dynamic with the Riddle character. He's like got this jealousy, and then you could go with a Riddle heel turn on Orton, setting up Orton versus Riddle at WrestleMania. Or, to be honest with you, we just have fun with a new faction, a trio of Rated Rkbro. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous, but Edge, Randy Orton, and Riddle joining forces alongside Beth Phoenix to take on the Judgment Day, and let's have fun with that. And then maybe Orton and Riddle never actually fall out, and they just go their separate ways down the line when the time's right to pull him off as single superstars again. What do you think? I know it's absolute madness, but it's great to creatively let your mind run wild. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you lasted all this way, as always, be really appreciative if you could like the video and subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in some new fantasy booking videos coming up soon, and some new prediction videos down the line. Thank you so much for your support, and also thank you so much to all you subscribers. We hit 3,000 subscribers the other day. It means the world, honestly. Just building this community of like-minded, passionate wrestling fans. I love every second of doing these videos, responding to your comments. So thank you so much, really appreciate it.